Uploading a file. Uploading a file is very easy. So there's one or two ways that you can upload a file. You can either just drag and drop, or a file can be uploaded via the document management system. So let's have a look at it. So uploading a document, I've created for your convenience these flowcharts that you'll be able to reference back to whenever you need to. Uploading a document is, like I said, very easy. So you can drag and drop a file into the system, and then you need to know where to place it and need to be sure what it's called, and so there's a bit of a process that you need to go through, but it's quite easy. So you upload the document. So to upload the document, you first ask yourself the question: does the file exist? So yes, the file exists on my PC or in another storage area. I want to take this into the DMS. So yes, if it does exist, you locate that file on your computer, then you give it the proper name. It must be in a good, proper naming convention. The naming conventions as laid out on this is very easy. So it's, for instance, a customer, then the project, then the type of document, the number of the document, and the date of the document. And the reason why we do that is 5 years from now, we know where and how to go and search for an invoice or a specific statement or a specific drawing, and it is all under either a project name or a customer name or a branch name, Ohio or Florida, or by that time many new branches. So the naming convention is very, very important. After you've named your document, you upload the file. So you can upload the file via a drag and drop into the DMS, into the folder system, or you go and you right click on the file and you say upload. So then that will also upload the file into the folder structure where you're currently hovering over. Then you ask the question, is the file now in the DMS? Can you physically see it there? If you can physically see it there, it's the end. Your file is uploaded. It is secure. If you cannot see it there, you have uploaded it. Search for the file name. There's a great search facility. Search for the specific file name that you just called it. And if you find the file name, ensure that it's in the correct folder, because you couldn't find it previously. Ensure that it's in the correct folder, and it's the end. It is now uploaded. I want you, and I encourage you to please go back onto these flowcharts. It will help you tremendously. If I just exit here, and we can physically do that and have a look and see how easy it is to upload a file. So, for instance, I go into, this is a folder structure, and I want to pull a specific folder or file in here. Very easily, I go onto my desktop and I pull it in and I drag it in. So there it is. The file is now in there. I must now make sure that that file is in the correct naming convention. So for instance, I can now rename it and say it is a customer doc, so it's the customer name, and then it's the customer project so-and-so, and then it is the type of document might be an invoice, and the invoice number is, for instance, 1002, and the date is the 4th month, and it's the 25th of April 2020. Very easily entered. There it sits. We now know that this file is connected to a specific customer. It is a project that we know of and that we deal with. It is an invoice document. I've got the invoice number, and there's a specific date to it. The moment that you have this inside of the DMS, you can move this file to any folder that you might need to. So you can tick it, then there's actions. You can click on the actions, and there's a move or copy. Very, very easily, this here sees the whole document management folder structure. So read the screen. If we read the screen, we will never go into an area that we shouldn't, or we will not have an issue with this system. Choose a target folder. So let's first choose a target folder. I am currently in process charts, so I would like to, that is a customer document, so I would love to go place it under customer documents. For instance, we say it's a Florida document, and here you will be greeted with all the customer folders. And if it's now, for instance, Bayshore of South Florida, I can just click on there, and it is an invoice, so I need to place it in the invoice folder. And so placing it in the invoice folder, en nou fokke langie dan. Right, placing it in the invoice folder, it is move to invoice, and boof, it has gone out of this area, and it will now sit inside of the customer documents for Florida under Bayshore of South Florida, under invoices. There it is. There's the document, placed with a correct name and the correct number and the correct date.